Perhaps the world needs this crisis. Everything had become a total Instagramization of society. We don't know how else to spread our wings, to show off, getting cocky, or even tempting death for a photo op. There is some irony in this name. Coronavirus. Corona. The crown. The gilded ruler. And we, starstruck and full of ourselves. Yet Mother Nature reminded us who we really are and put us in our place. So we stopped being self-important and frightened and confused. We are trying to hold our fragile world in our hands, wrapping it tightly in toilet paper, holding on to our illusions to the end. And the fear of loss drives us into a suffocating comfort zone. The lightness of being comes to business and relationships when you're not afraid to lose and are ready for any situation. This is the acceptance stage. Tomorrow is unpredictable. The next second is unpredictable. Waiting for something means deceiving yourself. All expectations lead to the frightening understanding of the difference between fantasy and real life. Lightness of being is not unconcerned thoughtlessness. It is the state when you realize that life always does everything its own way. Therefore, you do not expect anything, but at the same time, you continue to act. Anything can happen in the next hour. The present moment is a virgin canvas, which reality is using for the first time to paint. We don't know the plans of the Creator. Life is happening spontaneously right now, in front of our eyes. Yes, sometimes the paintings turn out to be serious, but all their drama is only because of the expectations and bets that we place on the future. The more hope, the stronger the emotional experience. The higher the bet on the desired scenario, the stronger the fear that it will fail and everything will go differently. But differently does not mean worse. The unpredictable development of life's story can pleasantly surprise you. Desires have a malignant property to inspire that any alignment beyond the desired leads to unhappiness. How can we know what life should be like? Why are we clinging to our own illusions? After all, mistakes are inevitable. They make the experience possible that allows to circumvent them. Sometimes it's necessary to break relationships, get involved in a problem, give birth to children, and then get divorced. Childishly turn up your nose, gain, and then lose faith. Lie a little, get drunk, hit the wall, just to understand and see and get your real experience. There are no fools. No one can act in a different way. There are only the experienced and inexperienced, each in their own way of life. Imagine that you are having a vivid dream where you are flying in a large passenger plane through a busy city at daytime in between tall buildings. The flight looks very dangerous, the wings of the plane touching building walls with a rumble. You are feeling jittery, but also trust in the reality of the moment and in the joyful magic of the exciting journey. Something inside you seems to understand it is useless to worry. If the plane crashes, nothing can be done about it. Therefore, most of the attention is focused on rushing houses, busy roads and streets to the realization that what is happening now is a wonderful journey. Each one of us, as if in the equivalent of this airplane, rushes through the present. We are trying to control our lives, hurrying to the window seat, fastening the seatbelt with a serious face, tightening the straps, and checking to make sure our seat is in the fully upright position. And then we just watch. At any moment, the unexpected can happen. This is an alarming fact that has to be admitted. Otherwise, life turns into a meaningless battle against the inevitable. Lightness of being and humility are not passivity, but rather action in spite of suspense from which we so painstakingly escape into daydreaming. This is not a disregard for the fate of one's own body, but rather a clear understanding that the body is mortal, and at times suddenly feels mortal. Almost everyone wishes to become immortal in some way. But first and foremost, we are just transiting through this world. Life shakes us up so we don't become so inflated by self-importance that we desperately try to cling to our life. Any second, anything can happen. Life is not some kind of eternal enrichment, but rather an unpredictable, fascinating journey.